Hi guys, this is Ravenclaw What If. Welcome back to another What If story. Now this is What If Deku had an ice quirk called Jack Frost. Now, when it comes to the ship, I haven't totally decided yet. So we're just gonna let the story go and see where I take it. So let's see how I make the story, how I how I tell the story. That's how it's gonna be. So I don't, I don't really. It doesn't bug me either way. A lot of you want to see Momo, and there's some people that don't want to see it. And I mean, that's fine. Sorry. I can't please everyone. That's understandable. Because clearly, it's like got a lot of yeses, and pretty much the yeses pretty much almost like freaking smashed the nose. It might have been a tie. I'm not totally sure. I wasn't about to count all the yes and nos, but it looks like majority of it's yes. Yeah, so yeah, definitely yes wins. So yeah, whatever. It's all good. When I made this little short video, it had like no likes for the longest time, and it just felt weird. So finally got a dislike. I don't know why. This it helps me relax for some odd reason. One like, as one dislike. Doesn't matter what type of video I'll release. There's always going to be dislike because people. So it doesn't bug me. I just think it's funny that they dislike a video that I just talk about a what if. Apparently, they don't like me talking, so it wouldn't be much of a what if channel if I didn't talk. So enough of me rambling on about stupid stuff. So this is part 9 of What If Deku had an ice quirk called Jack Frost. Let's do a little recap before we begin to see if some of you don't remember. You guys mostly remember mostly everything normally in my what if. So let's do a little feedback on it, little little details on it to the previous episode. Everyone gets up to date how the story's going. As where we left off, as Izuku and Momo were captured by the Hades organization. Momo finally know Izuku's identity after he used the alias known as Jack Frost. Not Momo, Shota figure out that the guy that was in her class for several weeks has been Izuku himself. So she's feeling, hurt about that. So like, that's gonna be another drama that's gonna hit the ground. As let's pick up after we left off. The base where Izuku and Momo's at, it's outside the city, so there's no chance of someone hearing the gunshots from the base. It's a underground base, so there's a lot of floors he's going to have to go up. As Izuku is in the armory getting equipment, as Momo's looking at him, as she's like, "Why all the secrecy? Why all the secrecy, Izuku?" As he's loading up ammo into a gun. It's fine, I guess. My cover's blown already, Momo, so I might as well tell you. My mission, I was undercover. She's like, undercover what? For what? I was hot. My lovely aunt put me on a mission to protect you from from typical stuff that you probably you probably know sorry well known of your family status with your affiliation with the task force. As she looked at Izuku, what do you mean, affiliation? You you really don't know, Momo, do you? As he loads up several bullets into the chamber of the gun or the rifle. As he claps a clip in, your family has been a benefactor for the Hero Suppressed Task Force. She's like, what is that? She's fine. I guess I could let you in a little secret. It's a it's a separate organization to keep a close eye on the heroes and bring down the heroes that abuse their power and take down villains and stuff like that. It's very hush hush, secretive type of thing. And she's like, as she's connecting the dots. As she's like, you've been working with them the whole time. Affirmative, Momo. Momo gets to his face. So, how much is my family paying you? As Izuku's taken back by this, as he's like, your family's not paying me anything. And she's like, what do you mean? My aunt brought this mission up to me, and I was sorry guys. I had the option to deny the mission. My aunt doesn't force any missions on me. It's a based off if I'm willing to do it. And of course I would be willing to do it. You outside of outside of Shota, you two are only people that have ever been friendly towards me. And I'll be damned to let someone try to hurt you. That's not going to happen. And Momo, unlike my parents, you stuck by me. We might have not seen each other, but after what we talked on the phone and with Shota, you didn't sorry guys, you didn't sorry guys, I totally messed up this up. Darn it. You totally stuck by me and believed me that I didn't do what the things I was framed. Don't think I did not notice that. And it's just like, of course, Izuku, you're not the type to go and murder people. As he's like, well, as he cocks the gun, he's like, well, unfortunately, I'm in a situation that's no longer a luxury. As Mo was like, what do you mean? And why are you have a rifle? Simple, Momo. I'm in a tough spot. I can't, I can't give these guys, I can't let these guys go easy. I can't go easy on these people. These people are trained killers. So in kind, I'm gonna do to them what they're gonna do to us. Come on, Momo, let's go. As they're traveling through the corridor, as as Momo's like, where are we going? We needed to go to the communication room. These military bases have one somewhere. We just gotta find it. As Momo and Izuku get through the base, as Izuku hacks into one of the doors that was locked, as soon as they get in, turn a corner, as Izuku push as Izuku moves Momo out of the way. As Izuku puts her against the wall, as he puts the ice shield, as all Momo heard was automated gunshot. As Izuku's damn it. As some of the bullets did pierce through the shield, through the ice wall, and hitting Izuku, but Izuku's playing off like nothing happened. As Izuku, as soon as as soon as the wall dissipates, he shoots ice, freezing the automatic turret. Grabs Momo by the hand. Come on, Momo, let's go. As Momo's like, oh, okay. As that was kind of scary for her, as she's never been in a situation, but Izuku has been trained to deal with situations like this. As they're going through, as Izuku peeks behind a corner, as all Izuku saw is a gun, the automated turret keep firing. As Izuku, shit. Hold on, Momo. Just give me a second. As Momo's like, are you right, Izuku? I'm fine, Momo. Just let's keep moving. As he shoots an ice spike, destroying the turret. As they're going through, as they finally get to the communication room, as Izuku contacts his aunt, as she's at the base trying to figure out where he's at. Ma'am, we have a incoming transmission. Where's the location? We're not totally sure. Put it through. Who is this? As Izuku's like, it's me. Are you right, Izuku? I'm fine, Aunt. I think I named her Luna. I'm not totally sure, but we're on an unknown location. Seemed like a old military. It seems like a military base. Most likely not in the city. As she's like, stay on the line. I'll try to get a pin on your location. As Luna hears gunshots, as Izuku's firing at, he turns around, he grabs a handgun from his out you know his he straight up just grabs a handgun from his pants that was underneath his shirt. As he shoots the doorway, I can't stay in the location. It's pretty hot right now. They know my location. I we're in the middle of tracking it now. Got it. Stay safe, Izuku. We'll be there shortly. Yes, Aunt. Yes, Director. As Momo's shaking, this is the first time she's seen someone die. As Izuku looks at her, as he gets close to her, grabs her hand. He's like, Momo, are you alright? And she's like, yeah, I'm fine. Do you just breathe in and breathe out? I know this is something I didn't want you to see, but I can't hold back now. Do you trust me? And she's like, yeah, of course, Izuku. Trust me. I'll, I'll, we'll get through this. As as they travel, as they walk, as he as Izuku start coughing, he's like, as blood come on his hand, as he's like, shit. As Momo's like, are you right, Izuku? Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. As he hasn't start been blood hasn't start dripping down yet, but it's getting pretty close. It's soaking up his shirt, his undershirt. Sorry guys, give me a second. As they travel through the base, as Izuku takes out any of the Hades soldiers that comes in, as they finally get to the entranceway, as the blast door is open enough to sorry, open enough for one person to get through, only enough size for Momo, as Izuku's breathing heavy as he lays against the the entryway. As Momo's like, Izuku, are you right? As she sees the blood trail, and she's like, you're hurt. Why didn't you tell me? As a group of men come in through the opposite way, as the leader's like, well, you got pretty far, you kid. You were always a stubborn one, just like your aunt. This is as far as you go, kid. Time for you to die. As he points a gun at Shota, not Shota, Momo, as he jolts over there, gets shot in the shoulder, and immediately When he got shot in the shoulder, he shoots an ice spike, hitting a dude in the arm as he drops the gun. As Izuku, sorry about this, Momo, but I'll be down to let you die over something that you have nothing to do with. As he pushes her outside of the door, as he smashes the controls, as the door shuts, as Momo's, what are you doing, Izuku? As she's banging on the door. As Izuku fixes his uniform. He has the school uniform still on. Come after me is one thing, but going after people I care about, you're dead. As the guy's like, I highly doubt that, kid. You're already. Seems like we got you a couple times. I'm surprised you're pretty tough. You have my respect, but this is where you die. And the door's not totally shut, it's cracked a little bit so Momo could hear everything they said. As the Hades soldier's about to shoot, as the leader's like, don't. I'll handle with this brat by myself. As he takes off his jacket, as he takes out a hunting knife on his back, as he's like, fine. Guess we're doing it the hard way. As Izuku gets in a fighting stance, as he creates a ice knife out of his ice, as they charge, as Izuku is skilled with a knife, but not as skilled as this dude. So as Izuku gets elbowed in the back of the face or side of the face, as the dude stabs him several times in the on the side, as Izuku coughs up blood. As Izuku grabs his hand, perfect. You're not going to survive this. As Izuku's eyes glow, a bright, glowing blue eyes, as he shoots, as he opens his mouth, as ice comes out, freezing dude head to toe from inside and out. As Izuku just pushes the thing over as it crushes in the middle in pieces. As the soldiers get ready to fire, as he's like, I'm already damaged goods, so I'm okay dying here. As he shoots several soldiers, creates ice walls as several soldiers come swarming into the room as Izuku has to push back. And she's like, shit, so this is how I'm going to die. The soldiers keep firing onto the ice shield he has up. As he sees a cigarette case on the ground, as he's like, fuck it, might as well. I'm about to die anyways. As he opens the cigarette container, as it has the smoke that's in the picture. I never was much for a smoker, but why the hell not? As it has a lighter, as he lights it, Izuku gets out of cover, starts walking towards them, as his eyes are glowing, as Izuku's getting shot all over his body. As like, I might die here, but I'm taking your bastards with me. As he's like, die. As a burst of wave of ice just freezes everything in the room. Everyone, everything, as Izuku falls to the ground. As Momo's like, Izuku, as she created a pole trying to force open the door. As Izuku's like, as he crawls over to the back to the door, you idiot, you should leave. You don't need to die here. And it's like, if this happened to do with your mission, forget it. I'm not leaving you here. This is nothing about the mission. Not having people I care about be killed. I refuse to let that happen. Just get out of here. So as she's like, "I'll get help. You better not die, Izuku." And it's like losing a lot of blood. I think that's out of my control. As when Momo's about to run, as she felt something in the back of her head, as it's like, "Don't move, bitch, or you're dead. Drop the staff." As she drops it, as in mid drop, she jogs to the left, grabs it, then whacks dude in the chin as he goes flying, hitting the ground pretty hard as she hits in the back of the head. As she searches for his in his pockets, as she found a key card that opens the door. Now, on they can't open it on Izuku's side, but on her side she could open it. As she opens the as she puts the key card into the door, as she runs over there, put the key card in the door, as it's not recognizing it, as she keeps doing it over and over again, panicking, as it's processing, and she's like, "Fucking open already!" As it slowly opens, as she runs over to Izuku, Izuku lost consciousness by this point. As Momo's hands cover in blood, as she's trying to stop the bleeding, as several of the soldiers come in through the front door, the Hero Suppressed Task Force, as she sees Luna, and she's like, "Help him, he's gonna die." As she's like, "We need to get him to the helicopter and get him to the hospital now. Pick him up." As just picking him up, and you four gather information. I want everything they have, their computers, files, everything. Yes, ma'am. As a unit goes in to gather intel, as they put Deku on the stretcher, as they put him in a helicopter, as Momo jumps up there, as the Hero Suppress Force trying to stop her, as she says, "I will not leave Izuku's side. If you force me, you're going to regret it." As Luna takes to notice that, and she's like, "Let the girl come." "But ma'am, she's a civilian." "Don't worry. It seems like she's attached to my nephew. So let's do this. Let's go. I don't want to lose another family member." "Yes, ma'am." As they're flying up in the air, as Ezekiel comes out of consciousness back and forth, as he fades into conscious back and forth, loses consciousness and comes back, as the first thing he says, "Where's Momo?" As she's like, "Aunt," as he tried to grab his side, but he's strapped down still. As she's like, "Yeah, I'm here, Izuku. Where's Momo? Is she alright?" As she's right next to Izuku. She's like, "I'm here, Izuku. I can't really see much." As he lost a lot of blood, so his eyesight's faded, so he can't really see much. He's like, "You did well, Izuku." And he's like, "Thanks. As long as Momo's fine, that's all that matters." As he loses consciousness again, as Momo's like, Izuku, Izuku. As she's freaking out, as Luna's like, "Calm down, Momo, Miss Yazirozu. My he's a tough kid. He'll pull through this. No doubt." As they get to the hospital, as they rush Midoriya into emergency surgery, as they tell everyone to leave the room, as they kick everyone out, as they begin the operation, as Momo sees it through the window, as she's shaking, as the surgery's still going, as Momo parents were called, as they know the situation, as they come and try to hug Momo, as Momo slaps her dad, as Momo's mother, "Sweetheart, what are you doing?" "I don't want to hear it from you, mother." As she looks back at Izuku, as she's like, "I will never forgive you if he dies." As Momo's father's like, excuse me? He did his job. I don't understand why you're so worried about it. Yes, he. I don't know how you even. I don't know why you're so mad. As she's like, how dare you? You put the boy that I have feelings for in jeopardy. As she covers her mouth, as she kind of blurted that out, as he's like, excuse me? I know you. How can you have feelings for your bodyguard? You just met him a couple weeks ago. Even if you met him, probably wasn't for that long. It's excuse me? That bodyguard, I've known him since middle school. If you actually was home and actually pay attention to me, you would know that. Ezekiel's been through enough. Way too much. And this? No. And you, how can you put your nephew through such a dangerous situation? He's your family. Then you put him in harm's way. I don't understand that. And nor do I give a fuck. As my mom, language, and I don't want to hear it, mother. His own family turned his back on him when he was framed. As they, are you telling me the bodyguard we acquired is Midoriya? And she's like, exactly, father. And don't get me started on the whole hero suppressed task force thing. I expect some answers, father. And she's like, you don't get to demand anything, daughter. And she's like, I don't want to hear it. As the light beings, as the doctor comes in, um, Miss Midoriya, your nephew is he's out of danger, but he's gonna be bedridden for a while. As Momo, can he see visitors? Yes, miss. This keep it down. Yes, doctor, of course. As her father, where are you going, Momo? I'm not leaving his side. You can either stay or leave. I don't care. As Shota knocks on the Midoriya resin, as Inko opens the door, and she's like, "Oh, Shota, what can I do for you, miss, or young lady?" She's like, "Have you heard from your son? I'm getting worried. He hasn't texted me in a while." And she's like, "What do you mean? You don't know?" "No. I don't know what Izuku's been doing, but he was captured earlier today." And she's like, "What?" And she gets a phone call from her sister-in-law. And she's like, "This is Izuku. This is not an Izuku. This is Inka Midoriya." As she's like, "Oh, hi, Luna. What do you want?" "It's Izuku. He got hurt." "What? Where are you?" "At the hospital now." As she hangs up, "Asashi, we need to leave now." He's like, "What? Oh, what is it, Inko? Our son's hurt." As he's like, "All right, I'll get the car." As she goes in the car with Asashi, as she leaves the door open, "Shota, you coming?" And she's like, "Yeah." Asashi and Inko and Shota walk into the hospital as they see Izuku was hooked up to a lot of machines. As she gasps, as she's like, "I'm a terrible mother. Over my stupidity, this is the result." As she sees Luna and you, how did my son get in this state? And what the hell did you get him involved in? As Satoshi, calm down, Nico. I will not calm down. I haven't seen my son in years, and this is the state I see him in the first time. I know you're upset, Inko, but I'm not the one that turn their back on their own flesh and blood. You did. I simply gave Izuku direction. If I didn't, you only think he would be either in jail or dead. He would go on the warpath, try to hunt down Diablo. That you, I have no luck finding him. You haven't found him either, have you? And she's like, no, I haven't. But that's not the point. Inko and Luna are yelling at each other. Well, Inko's more yelling, and she's just talking normally. As Shota runs into the room, as she sees Izuku. As Shota runs over to Momo, she's like, "Are you right, Momo?" "Yeah, I'm fine. How's Izuku?" "He's in the clear for now. He's gonna have a hard recovery." And she's like, "How the hell did this happen? What exactly happened? And why was he acting like he didn't know us?" In the car ride there, Inko called her daughter as she got to the hospital a couple minutes later. As she's like, "Where's my brother?" As she sees him in the window, as she's like, "Who, who fucking did this?" As she's pissed. That's her little brother. "Whoever's responsible for this will die." As Asashi, "Calm down, little killer. Father, look at the state of my little brother. Nothing about this is okay, and I will not calm down." As the room's freezing, it's a little cold. As Asashi, "Calm down, daughter." As she's like, "Fine." As they all three are talking to the doctor, as Momo starts talking to Shota, as the Midori comes in, all the Midoriya family comes in, as Shota, "Can I talk to you for a moment? I need a, I need something to get off my chest." As she's like, what is it, Momo? Can we talk more private? Let's let them have their family time." As, "All right, Momo, let's go." As they go to the separate room, as she's like, "So what the hell happened? How did Midori get like this?" As she's like, "Apparently my family hired a bodyguard, and apparently Izuku took up the job, I guess." And she's like, "What do you mean? How? I know Izuku's from a hero family like me, but he's not weak, not far. But I don't understand. You know of his aunt? Yeah, that woman that runs the Hero Suppressed Task Force. Yeah, apparently he's been doing stuff with them, and my parents hired a bodyguard, and unfortunately, it was Izuku. That's probably why he hasn't. That's why he acted like he didn't know us." As she's still upset over that, and she's like, "I see." That still doesn't excuse him for what he did. "I know, Momo, but you know how he is." "Yeah, I know him. Once he has his mind set on something, he never let us go. Yeah, he's stubborn. Only reason he's so injured is because he protected me. I was being stupid, and I'm no longer taking a back seat in this." As Shota's like, "What do you mean?" "I know you like him, Shota, but what boggles me is why haven't you done anything yet?" And she's like, "I don't know. I just haven't had. It just hasn't been the right moment." As she's like, "What do you mean not take the back seat, Momo? I want to know more about that." "Shota, you're my friend, and you will always be my friend." And she's like, "Yeah, I've took my. I've had feelings for Midoriya for a while now. I took. I backed off because I knew you liked him, but you never did anything." And she's like, "I'm no longer taking it back. I'm no longer backing off. And she's like, what do you mean? You better act fast, Shota, because if you don't, someone's going to take him from you. And I'm no longer, after today, we almost lost him, Shota. And I'm no longer taking that for granted. Shota looks at Momo, and she's like, you think you could take him from me? As Momo looks her in a straining eye. Till you do something, Shota, he's not yours yet. And I'm not type of girl to pussyfoot around, Shota. When I see something that I want, I'll take the initiative. So that's Shota. So that's how it is. Very well, Momo. Make us rivals then. As you know, she's bent on taking Midoriya, so they're having a little rival moment. By saying this as your friend, Shota, I suggest you act fast, or before I take the wheel. And she's like, very well, Momo. That makes let's have the best woman win. As they shake on it, good. That makes us rivals then. That it does. As Momo goes off to check on Midoriya, so does Shota. As everyone sees the tension between the two, as they don't want to. Asashi doesn't want to crack that nut. He's like, nope, not doing it. As we time skip, as he's had many visitors in the hospital. Normally, it's always Shota and Momo. They're always butting heads. As Izuku doesn't understand why they're fighting. He doesn't understand that. He's not totally dense, but he doesn't understand why the two having. He figured they had to fight. But he doesn't know that Momo actually likes him. She's just being really assertive about it now because she almost lost. Madura almost died, so she's no longer taking a back seat to everything. She's taking control of the situation. If Shota doesn't act fast, she's going to straight up take him because, Momo's, her personality, yeah. When she sees something she wants, she'll take it. We cut to one day as Momo had to do some other stuff, family stuff, as Shota's straight up feeding Izuku. As Izuku's like, Shota, I got shot. I'm not paralyzed. I can feed myself. And she's like, I know, but I want to do it. Well, fine. And she says, I'm still mad at you, by the way. I know, Shota. It was hard for me to keep that cover going. She's like, you know how worried I was? You just up and disappeared. Only text. And she's like, I know, Shota. I was doing something with my aunt. Yeah, and I exactly know what exactly you've been doing with your aunt. I I got the information out of her, and I'm not happy one bit, Midoriya. And she's like, he knows she uses the Midoriya. That's when she's pissed. And she starts breaking down, crying. As Izuku's, what's wrong, Shota? I almost lost you, Izuku. I don't like that feeling one bit. As she hugs on Izuku, as they have their little moment, as we're going to stop it there. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good spot to stop it. Hope you guys have a good night and day, judging my time zones. And I think we're going to, I'm not sure where I'm going to take the story from here. I might skip to the canon stuff, to UA. But I got to get the story moving to that point because he's no longer on the mission. Izuku is taken off the mission and they have someone else do it. So he's going to have a lot to think about. And Shota and Momo are not going to let him not go to UA. That's just not going to happen. They're going to have, if they have to drag him there, they're going to drag him there. So that's about it for tonight. I'll try to record the next part tomorrow. So catch you guys later again. Bye.